Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Days of Wicca. My name is Christopher, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of the most popular holidays for a Wiccan, a pagan, a witch, and even people who don't practice the craft at all. It's so popular, and I'm so excited to make this video because it's my favorite holiday in the entire year. I'm so excited. I'm talking about Halloween, or as witches call it, Samhain. But before I start, as always, disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Every single Wiccan in the entire world practices the craft a little bit differently, so don't take what I say as law. If you are just starting to learn about Wicca in general, use this as like a platform to launch yourself into your studies, but don't just watch this and then think that you know everything, because I don't even know everything. I know what works for me, but I don't know what's gonna work for you. So when you're done watching this video, like watch it all the way through, but when you're done watching this video, go out, get a book, read it through, and find out what way works the best for you, because that's going to be super, super important. And disclaimer number 2, I see every religion in the entire world as completely valid as long as it works for you, just like Wicca works for me. I am not trying to disrespect you or your beliefs in any way, and if that happens at all, please know that wasn't my intention. Sometimes I'm just a stupid person who says things in a stupid way. Okay, moving on. So now that we're closing in on the end of October, Samhain is getting close. It is almost here. A lot of you celebrate it as Halloween. I observe Halloween as well, but I also observe Samhain, and I think that's true for a lot of Wiccans. Like, it's kind of hard to avoid Halloween. It's just like trying to avoid Christmas. The whole world celebrates it, so you kind of find yourself grouping in with everybody else. Most people celebrate it on October the 31st, although there is some controversy about the day that Samhain is celebrated, because in the Northern Hemisphere, it's always October the 31st. But because of seasonal differences in the Southern Hemisphere, some Wiccans don't observe Samhain in October. They observe it on May 1st, which is when we are celebrating Beltane. There are a lot of Wiccans and witches and pagans who do not like that happens at all. I personally don't have a stance on it because I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, and for me, I celebrate Samhain on the 31st of October. It makes the most sense for me. I don't have to deal with being in the Southern Hemisphere and having to like reverse all of the books and things like that. I can understand why they would do that. I don't know if I would personally. I don't know. There's no way to know. But I'll say for most Wiccans, we celebrate it on October the 31st. And it is a time that we can kind of feel coming for a few weeks before it happens. So just like Mabon, this is a harvest festival, and this is the third and final one. This is the last chance to reap what you've been sowing throughout the entire year. It's also kind of a warning that the days are going to get shorter, the nights are going to get longer, and it's going to get colder, and it's sort of your indication that winter is coming. And it kind of goes without saying, but since this is a channel all about teaching you, Samhain is really, really important because it celebrates the life and death of our ancestors, the people who came and lived and died before us. There is a giant focus on passing into the underworld and the spirits that can travel to and from. This is the time when the summer gods and the gods of the wild and gods of the hunt, they are diminishing in power, and they cross through what we call the veil, and they're heading into the underworld at this time. And because they're traveling through it, what we see as the barrier between the world of the living and the world of spirit, the veil, becomes incredibly thin. And because the veil is so thin, the spirits on the other side have the ability during this time to travel to our side with a lot less resistance. Now, as much as we want to use this time to honor our relatives and our ancestors and the good spirits that we know that are on the other side, because the veil is so thin, it's also a time when negative energies can travel to and from between the worlds as well. So even though this is a time where a lot of people feel their powers really building because of the excess energy that you get from the underworld and from the other side of the veil, and that is really, really intense at this time. You can really feel energy moving around if you work in the craft at all, because of how much energy there is moving around you and the types of energy that there are moving around you. If you choose to use this time to do any sort of spellcraft or ritual or magic at all, it is going to be incredibly important that you cast a sacred circle, which I will talk about in another video, but it's basically a little bubble that keeps you totally safe from anything that might want to harm you, and also stop your energy from causing any unwanted harm to the people around you as well. And because energy works on a like attracts like sort of situation, anything that may even kind of have something to do with what you're trying to do will gravitate toward you. Anything could happen, so it's going to be really important during this time with how high the energy levels are that you make sure that you are doing your job safely and that you are in a sacred circle. Please make sure you do it. And one of the reasons why Samhain is one of my favorite holidays, for those of you who follow the 100 Days of Wicca challenge on Instagram, you will know that my favorite thing to practice is divination. I love it so much. It's actually one of the first things I ever did as a Wiccan was I started working on divining, which I don't know why it just kind of calls out to me so much, but I love doing it. I love scrying in water. That's probably my absolute favorite. And when I was quite a bit younger and newer to the craft, pyromancy was really, really fun for me. I loved using fire to scry, but now it's really all about the water scrying. I use water all of the time. And at this time of the year, scrying and all types of divination, whether it's tarot or runes or pendulum work, it all becomes stronger. And that's because the energy between the worlds is so thin that you barely have to use any energy to see what's ahead. And it's so much fun and it's so powerful. And if you haven't started working on scrying or working on divinations yet, this is a great time to really test it out. And once again, make sure you're in a sacred circle and maybe don't use a Ouija board, but try it out. It's gonna be so much fun. Make sure that on Samhain, you get a chance to practice because you are gonna feel so powerful and it's going to energize you so much. It's gonna be so much fun. And like in a full moon, when we feel like we have a little extra energy boost, Samhain is going to be just like that, only amplified. So if there's something that you've been waiting to do for like the entire year, this will be the time where you're gonna have more than enough energy around you to be able to contribute to your spells. So if you wanna go ahead and launch yourself into something that seems like it might be a little hard to do at just a random point throughout the year, this will be the night to do it. So get your rituals ready, make sure you have everything prepped, have a blast, but be very safe. And because this is a time where you wanna be really honoring and remembering all of your ancestors and those who have passed through the veil before you, one thing that I find is really, really helpful is I love to put pictures of people that have passed away onto my altar because I see my altar every single day and it just kind of keeps them in the foreground of my mind and it helps me to remember a lot of the good times that I had, because sometimes you go through a long stretch of your life where you're so focused on other things that you kind of forget to grieve, and you forget to mourn, and you forget to remember the people that have gone through the veil before you. And this is a time to just reflect and remember them and to miss them and to thank them for everything that they've taught you. So I like to put pictures of everyone that I love who has passed away on my altar so I can see them and so I can just take a little bit of time to miss them. If you're trying to communicate with those spirits on Samhain, having a picture of them nearby, it almost seems to call them to you, so it doesn't take as much effort to contact them. If you decide to go that route, enjoy it, remember it, write it all down, don't let yourself forget any of it because it will be just, it will change your life. It's also kind of recommended that if you are going to be having a big meal during the day that you set an extra place setting for the spirits that you may be missing that year and just allow them to come and be with their family. This is one of the biggest Sabbats for Wiccans, like across the board. I think most Wiccans will agree that this one, they're all really important and they're all really fun and really big. This one though, I think we can all agree this one takes the cake. This one is really, really fun. Most Wiccans really enjoy it and it's a very empowering Sabbat. No Wiccan feels more like a witch at any point of the year than they will during Samhain. It's so much fun and it's so powerful and I love it. I love it so much. I'm not gonna lie, I started watching Halloween movies in probably July. It's been real. If you're interested in seeing some more Halloween content, by the way, my main channel has been doing nothing but Halloween videos for the entire month of October, and I have had so much fun doing it. I'll put a link in the description. Go ahead and check it out. It's an amazing, amazing Sabbat, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I'm going to. I'm so excited for it. I can't wait. So I want to know, do you have any Samhain plans this year? And if you do, what are they? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know what your traditions are for Halloween or for Samhain or just like for Sabbats in general. Let me know what your traditions are in the comment section. I am so excited to read about them because I'm always looking to try something new in my own practice, and I would love to hear from you guys. But I'm gonna close out the video here for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and for checking it out, and I hope you learned something new today because that is the whole point. If you did, make sure to let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. That would help me out so much. The more people that give this video a thumbs up, the more people out there can find out about this beautiful religion. So please don't leave without doing that. If you're new here and you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get a chance to see all of the other videos on this channel, and then you get a chance to learn and grow your brain. If you would like to follow the 100 Days of Wicca challenge, make sure you head into the description box. There is a link to my Instagram. You'll be able to see the whole challenge there. I really hope you do it because it is such a fun challenge and I'm having so much fun doing it. I'm almost halfway done already. I can't believe it. I feel like I started yesterday. Thank you again for stopping by. I hope your Samhain is incredible. Enjoy the night, make it powerful, really just have fun, be safe, and as always, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be.